Welcome to Seven Oaks. If you're visiting, we're so glad that you're here. Those watching online, we hope that you enjoyed the service and the message. But let me just say this. If you're new, there's just two things I like to do, and that's for you to know something and then for you to do something. And when I say get it, you say got it. Get it? That's so easy. You guys are getting so good at that. I didn't even have to take you through a training class or anything. And so that's what's so awesome about you guys. And if a verse pops up here and it's underlined, you just kind of read it along with me, help me out. And so we do this together, and we grow together. Amen? Well, again, happy Father's Day to all you great dads. We're so glad that you're here. But I want to share something with you. You know what? The other day, I don't know if you knew this. I don't think it was on the news, but Satan had a yard sale. And it's pretty remarkable. I didn't even know he did that. But so he has this yard sale, and he's putting out all of his best weapons to destroy humanity. And so he's going to make a little extra money for the kingdom of darkness. And so he decided, hey, why not a yard sale? And so all the demons were coming. They're checking it out. They're like, wow, this is cool, because I really want to do a better job at destroying lives. And so the devil's having a yard sale. So we're going to get some good stuff and be more effective in destroying lives. And so they're all showing up, and they're just gobbling this stuff up. And they're like, wow. And there was some good deals. Like there was a really good deal on anger. And so if you want to buy that weapon, you can at a really good deal. It was already cocked and loaded with just, destructive words and destructive actions and all kinds of good stuff. And resentment was on sale, and gossip and slander and hatred and lust. They were just buying up. Satan was just making a lot of money off these demons because they want to destroy lives, and that's what these weapons are for. And so things were going good. One of the demons noticed on the table in the corner there was a couple of weapons that were there that were just really worn, and there's no description, no price on those. And so he's asking, he says, hey, what about those two? And the devil says, no, those aren't for sale. And so the demon gets a little closer, and he starts handling them, looking at them, and says, wow, I really like these. Can you tell me more about them? And the devil gets really upset and says, no, I told you, those are not for sale. Those are my special ones. Those two weapons, if all the others don't work, I can always make something happen with those. And so the guy says, I'll pay you any price. And, of course, the devil just gets mad and just throws him out. And the guy comes back to him and says, look, can you at least tell me what they are? And the devil says, well, that one there you hold in your hand that's doubt. And the other one is discouragement. He says, if all the others don't work, if I can get doubt and discouragement in the heart of a man, I can destroy them. I can force them to quit. I can force them to give up. I can force them to walk out. And he's like looking at the demon. He says, look, you saw it happen way back. Don't you remember when the Israelites went into the promised land to scout it out? They sent 12 spies. Don't you remember that? And they thought they're going to get the promised land. They're all excited. Finally, we're getting in. And so Moses sends them in to scout it out. And we're going to see what we're going to get. And so they came back. Do you remember how they were talking and what they were saying when they came back? 10 out of the 12 were discouraged, consumed with doubt. They're like, there's no way. They're giants over there. They're too big. We can't do anything. We're like grasshoppers in their sight. And they were discouraged, and they were filled with doubt. And that alone was all I needed to cause them to stay in the wilderness and to not cross the Jordan. And they wandered in the wilderness for another 40 years until that entire generation was dead. That is what discouragement and doubt will do.